When Iron Man was released in 2008, no one could have imagined that a man who was almost forgotten by Hollywood would become the foundation of the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. Robert Downey Jr. didn't just portray a billionaire genius in the role of Tony Stark, he brought to life a flawed and relatable hero. His journey didn't just inspire fans, it created an emotional connection with them. And when it comes to Captain America, Chris Evans' portrayal has become an image that symbolizes purity, sacrifice, and leadership. The place these two actors have made for themselves in the Marvel world, it's not just hard to replace them, it's nearly impossible to even imagine someone else in their shoes. But now, Marvel has officially declared that the MCU will reset after Secret Wars. And this reset doesn't just mean new storylines or multiversal elements, it's a clear sign that Marvel wants to bring back its old heroes with new faces. Characters like Tony Stark and Steve Rogers, who carry the entire Infinity Saga, are now not just possibilities for recasting, it's becoming a strategic move. This decision isn't based only on creative reasons, it's part of a long-term vision. Marvel knows that if they want to keep their cinematic universe relevant for the next 10 years, they'll have to create new versions of these heroes for a new generation of audiences. Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans' versions were iconic, but that story is complete now. Their arcs have finished. Their journeys ended on an emotional high. If they were brought back now, it would just feel like fan service. Secret Wars isn't just a climax for Marvel, it's an opportunity. Even in the comics, when the multiverse collapses, new characters are born in new forms. The same formula is being applied to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Just like incursions and timeline collapses lead to Battleworld in the comics, the films will also lead to a new reality after the multiversal war. In this new universe, every hero's past will just be a memory, and new faces with new origins will take the stage. This reset, in a way, is Marvel's narrative planning. After Phase 4 and Phase 5, where tone was inconsistent, audiences were divided, and criticism was intense, a reset means a fresh start. All the mistakes made during experimentation will be left in the previous universe, and from the new timeline, a new story will be written featuring new characters. Now, if we talk about Tony Stark and Steve Rogers, Marvel knows perfectly well that bringing them back shouldn't just be about nostalgia, it should mean something. And if new actors are going to play those roles, they'll need to bring a new interpretation, they'll need to present those characters with new depth. Marvel will expect the audience to accept these new versions for a new journey, but that won't be easy because comparisons are inevitable. We saw it recently with a new Superman movie, where people instantly started comparing who's better. In fact, when Tom Holland became Spider-Man, he was constantly compared with Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. That's why Marvel isn't afraid of this challenge. Instead, they're making it part of their narrative. Imagine a world where the new Iron Man has Tony Stark's tech, but the misuse of that technology pushes him into a storyline like Armor Wars, where he has to fight against the very weapons he created. Or a new Captain America who the world sees as the savior, but in reality, he's not Steve Rogers. He's Bucky Barnes, the man once known as the Winter Soldier. In the comics, when Steve died, Bucky picked up the shield and people were divided. After the MCU reset, this arc could become an emotional roller coaster where legacy and guilt define the new Cap, because we already saw how the audience reacted when Sam became Captain America. And imagine if this new Captain America now faces not Hydra, but a story like Secret Empire, where he himself becomes part of Hydra. This has already happened in the comics. It was even referenced by Steve in Avengers Endgame, when he whispered, "Hail Hydra" to Sitwell. If we talk about Iron Man, instead of the traditional origin, arcs like Superior Iron Man could be explored a version that's morally gray. Someone the public sees as a hero, but who is actually a bit megalomaniac. The Armor Wars storyline hasn't been fully explored yet in the MCU, or maybe it hasn't even been introduced. So that could be a major element in the future. On top of that, there are also reports that the X-Men are joining the MCU. So, for the next phase of the MCU, the most powerful card could be the X-Men. Until now, the introduction of mutants has been delayed, but if they are launched into the main continuity as part of the reset, then legendary arcs like Avengers vs. X-Men could open up. Imagine a world where mutants are seen as a threat and the Avengers stand against them. Wolverine sharing the battlefield with Steve Rogers, or Cyclops leading a rebellion against government-sponsored superheroes. This clash wouldn't just be about power, it would be about ideologies, and we'd get to see amazing combos, like Cap and Wolverine fighting together. In the House of M comics, the entire mutant population was impacted, and something similar could happen in the MCU. Maybe Scarlet Witch's role in the movies becomes as crucial as it was in the comics. Basically, she could become the bridge between mutants and heroes. Another possible angle is where the X-Men and Fantastic Four come together to face a cosmic threat like Galactus. Right now, we're getting to see Fantastic Four versus Galactus. But in that time, the scenario could be completely different, where all heroes unite to stop Galactus, where Iron Man and Reed Richards' intellect clash. And we finally get to see who truly is the smartest man, Reed Richards, who holds the smartest man alive title in the comics, or Tony Stark, as we've seen in the MCU. So, When Secret Wars ends, it won't just be a moment to introduce new faces. It will be an opportunity to adapt Marvel's boldest stories without any restriction from past timelines. The names Tony Stark and Steve Rogers will still exist, but their stories will move in new directions. A Captain America who the world questions, an Iron Man who is a hero to the public but believes in control from within, and an Avengers team that even the X-Men want to go against just to maintain balance, where the lines of loyalty are completely blurred. And for fans like us, this won't just be a reboot, it'll be a chance to finally see those legendary Marvel comic stories on screen that have remained untouched till now. Secret Empire, Armor Wars, Avengers vs. X-Men, all of these could become the next level of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Marvel isn't just reinventing its past, it's preparing new icons for the new generation ones we'll see after Secret Wars. Technically speaking, Marvel could now create the Mutant Saga and at the same time, choose a dark magic route too. Now that Mephisto has been introduced, there's a good chance he could become the big bad of the magical realm. Otherwise, he'll just remain a side character. Honestly, bringing in Mephisto could have been a big Thanos moment, but he arrived in a space where no one noticed or appreciated him the way he deserved. Mephisto's story has always been about a great war in the comics, and if we get to see that play out on the big screen, it'll be an epic experience. So whether you're excited to see Marvel moving forward with the magical area or heading toward the Mutant Saga, get ready. Or if you want to see it going in a completely different direction, then you might have to wait a little longer. It'll either come as a surprise or a well-planned reveal. So guys, that's it for today. You tell me, who would you like to see as the replacement for Iron Man and Captain America? Let me know in the comments, and then we'll see whose choice fits the best. To be honest, for me, these two are irreplaceable. I haven't yet seen any young actor who could fill their shoes. What do you think about this? Let us know in the comments. See you in the next video with a brand new topic.